Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu 5 and today I'm going to be reviewing the Leatherman sidekick. I generally don't do a lot of multi-tool reviews just because it turns into a list of tools and features, and that's about it because there's really, on the multi-tool itself, there's not a whole lot of stuff that I actually use on a regular basis. I own a few multi-tools, excluding Swiss Army knives, which I also consider multi-tools. But far as the standard multi-tool that we all come to know, I have about 3 of them. I have this one, and I have 2 full-size ones. This is something I would consider to be a mid-size multi-tool. It's the Leatherman sidekick, and it's about, I would say it's about one tool that I use on a weekly basis, maybe bi-weekly, and once every few months I'll use another set of tools, and then the rest of the tools I really don't use that often. I like having a multi-tool on me. I usually carry a multi-tool depending on my clothing and what I'm doing almost every day. If I'm hunting, if I'm at work, if I'm at school, I usually have a multi-tool on me. I have 2 full-size multi-tools that I keep in separate bags. My Maxpedition bag, and my Messenger's pack, and I keep those because I think they're more capable. And this one I usually keep in my cargo pocket. So if I don't have a bag on me, I still have a multi-tool, because you might not use the multi-tool for very often, at least in my case. But when someone does ask for a screwdriver or a pair of pliers, and you happen to have one in your pocket, you're kind of the hero for that day. Even though I don't use it very often, I do carry it on a regular basis. And I'm just going to give you some observations that I had on this particular multi-tool, my thoughts on it, and that's about it. I guess that's what you would call a review. First off, let's just get some specifications out of the way, because that's the boring part. It weighs 7 ounces, or 198.4 grams. Its closed length is 3.8 inches, or 9.7 centimeters. And the blade length on the primary blade is 2.6 inches, or 16.6 centimeters. The blade steel on the blades are 420 high carbon stainless steel. Has a 25-year warranty, and that's about it. Let's go over the tools. I'm going to try to open this where all the tools are showing at once, which might not happen. And I hate this awkward silence in the video, but there's the tools, and just the list of them. Got spring action needle nose pliers. We got spring action regular pliers, spring action wire cutters, wire strippers, 420 knife, 420 serrated knife, a saw, a ruler that's 1.5 inches, which I guess is useful in some aspects, but I really have no use for it. And a can opener, a bottle opener, a wood metal file, a Phillips screwdriver, a medium screwdriver, and a small screwdriver. Also has a lanyard hole, a replaceable pocket clip, and one hand opener features, And it says it comes with a nylon sheath, but I don't think mine did. At least if it did, I lost it and I don't use it. It has a pocket clip, which I'll talk more about that later. Anyways, those are the tools. Let's see if I can hold this. Occasionally I use the knife during Christmas, often, and sometimes at work I use the screwdrivers. Never really use the serrated blade, the file, the ruler, the can opener, bottle opener, the saw sometimes during hunting season. But other than that, the main tool I use is the plier head. And I love the fact that these are spring actuated. That means that every time you close them, when you release your grip, it opens back up. And mostly what I use are the wire cutters. And I don't really cut a lot of wire, but a lot of time I have to trim zip ties for my job. And those wire cutters work awesome for safely trimming wire cutter or zip ties without using a knife, because at my job I'm not allowed to use my own personal knife, although sometimes I have and done and do, but I'm supposed to use a Academy issued box cutter, which I use most of the time, but just not all the time. But yeah, the wire cutters usually come in handy. Sometimes the pliers themselves come in handy. And that's what I use mostly on this tool. Like I said, none of these tools, I can't remember ever using them. The only reason I don't use a serrated blade is because I have to open the multi-tool to get to it. The screwdrivers come in handy, and like I said, whenever you're at work or you know, at the shooting range or whatever, and someone asks for a particular tool and you have it in your pocket and they don't have to go to the toolbox or anything like that, you become the hero, because you save them a trip. They can fix whatever they need to fix out in the field or on the sales floor, and it's just convenient. It weighs around 7 ounces. It's fully stainless steel. I mean, it's not the lightest thing in the world, but it's definitely light enough that I feel the need to carry it, and I still feel that it's convenient to carry. Now, let me speak about that. Most multi-tools that I've owned, excluding the traditional slip joint Swiss Army knives, the full-size ones come with a leather nylon sheath, and I really don't like using those belt sheaths for multi-tools. I don't like threading them through my belt every morning. It's just inconvenient. I usually don't end up using those full-size multi-tools unless it's in my pack, whether I'm camping, hunting, at the shooting range. I usually don't end up using them, and it's a shame because they're good multi-tools, but they're just not convenient to carry around unless you're carrying them in a pack, in my experience. This multi-tool comes with a pocket clip, which is the main reason why I got this multi-tool. There was two reasons I got this multi-tool. One, it comes with a pocket clip, and two, it's affordable. The Sidekick and Wingman line of multi-tools, I can't really say they're a line, but they're related multi-tools. They're mid-size, and they're very affordable, ranging from $29 to $39. So it's not like you're spending 80 bucks on a tool that is inconvenient to carry. Also, you have a one-headed opening main blade, which most of the time I don't use the blades on multi-tools. It's purely a last-ditch oh crap, my knife is dull, oh crap, my knife fell out of my pocket, what else do I have on me? You know, I have the multi-tool blade, and it's resolved for those situations whether I don't have another knife or I don't want to use a nicer knife. So this is kind of my beetle knife, and you can see it has some use on it, has some marks, has a decent tip on it, but it's not my go-to everyday carry blade. And there's no particular reason why I do that. It's just how I roll. That's what I do. I save it for emergencies and dirty cutting jobs. Something I did notice, without a whole lot of use and this locking mechanism, it does have up and down blade play. You might be able to hear it. Possibly can see it. But it has blade play, up, down, left, right. And some of you that might ignore it. It might frustrate you, and that might be a no-go for you. I don't intend on using this knife very hard as far as tactical uses, or hopefully I don't have to cut really thick rope with it. But it's just a beetle knife, and it really doesn't bother me, the play. It just doesn't bother me. If it was on a nicer knife, it would, but like I said, this is an affordable blade, or affordable tool. The blade isn't the main feature, but it is a convenient feature if you choose to EDC it. It has this elongated hole, which makes it very easy to open and close. The saw, you have to switch hands and open it with your left hand, which I'm right-handed. In fact, I'm really ambidextrous. I suck at writing with both hands. But if you're left-handed, you might find it difficult to open this primary blade with your left hand. If you're right-handed, you might find it a little bit difficult to open the saw blade with one hand. So just keep that in mind. These saw blades, every now and then I might use it for bone, but usually it's when I get in my deer stand and there was a last minute pruning job. There was branches in the way, and while I'm sitting there I was like, I might as well trim this up a little bit, and that's what I use that saw for most of the time when I do use a saw. But that's about it. My big suggestion to all the companies making multi-tools. I hate loud vehicles. They're obnoxious. But my suggestion for multi-tool companies, Swiss Army Knife, or Victorinox, Wengel, SOG, Leatherman, make full-size multi-tools with pocket clips. I think I've seen a Wave multi-tool with a pocket clip, and I loved that, but when I bought my Wave, it didn't have that feature. But it just makes it so much easier and so much more convenient to carry when you have a pocket clip. And this is not the best pocket clip, but it functions good. It slides in and out of the pocket really well. Haven't had it fall out of my pocket, but as you can see, the retention isn't, awesome. It isn't really stiff like a cold steel, but it's not extremely loose like some really cheap ones. And something else I want to show you. This multi-tool comes with all these tools and stuff, but also comes with an extra tool. It comes with this carabiner. Now, I used this carabiner myself for maybe 1.5 years, and it comes with the carabiner feature, a bottle opener, and this little hex wrench right here. And that whole time I used it, it wasn't consistently, but you can see when you push this back, that the spring wiggles back and forth, and sometimes the spring will miss like that, and sometimes the spring will come out of its retention holes, so you have to pop the spring back in these two holes to get it to clip right. So it's not the best carabiner in the world, but it's definitely functionable. And I've used the bottle opener maybe twice. I'm not a beer drinker. I don't like beer. I mostly used it for Deppelin Dr. Peppers made with imperial sugar. But it's a nice little add-on. I personally upgraded to a climbing carabiner for my keys. But I gave this to my mom. She loves it. She has no problem with it. Just like right there, the clip slid out of place. But it gets the job done, and it's kind of a cool add-on. But that's it. That's my review over the Leatherman Sidekick. Definitely, if you're looking for a affordable multi-tool, Sidekick, the Wingman, it's a good gap between the small pocket multi-tools and the full size, and they don't break the bank either. That's it. I'm Satsy5. I hope y'all enjoyed this review, and I'm out.